shot. Come on. Yeah!
Needs it. In the parking lot, I had to go drive somebody back to the hotel.
He's going to give this a run. Good. That's what we wanted to see, and that's going to get this crowd going. And, like, it was funny when Jesper won last year in Jackson. He said bowling in front of the crowd was probably one of the most intense things he ever had because it is so big and electric. But perfect cover, Tom, right here.
Well, and they're right up on you here too. I mean, I know in a TV finals, you know, on Fox, there's a little bit more separation here. Everybody's right up on top of the players, almost like a bowl behind them.
Opening shot from Ogle.
Mixes them up. Keeping it light here in Kokomo is the key. The light hit carries very, very consistently here. And again, like Tom, you and I were saying earlier, the most important thing to watch is how the ball goes through the pins. And you see on the Viper pattern going out to about the 5 board, urethane ball mixes them up nicely.
Yeah, Matt's going to be using the purple hammer on the right lane. He's going to be throwing the Deviate Troublemaker on the left lane.
And watch how much deeper he's going to be playing on the left lane as opposed to the right lane. He's probably about 15 boards deeper with his feet. Looking for a quick double. Snaps that 10 out.
Just the start you're looking for.
Exactly.
Yeah, these players throw to a down lane spot anymore. They're targeting down the lane. They target at the arrows or the dots. But look at where this ball goes, Tom, down lane. See the right rangefinder about 2 boards right of it on the left lane on the Harry Smith pattern.
Yeah, out to about 7 and 8. Come back. Just Matt was phenomenal all week. Graham up quickly here in frame 2.
There it is.
Graham back into the pocket.
That's going to settle the nerves down a little bit right there. The big conversion in the first frame and come back nice with a strike. That should settle Graham down a little bit.
Yeah, they've got a big watch party going on. Mom Connie has a bunch of people over. Jennifer and his son Skylar watching at home, and Graham wanted me to give a shout out to everybody back in Ontario, Canada, watching him tonight.
Looking for a double here to bring the match to even. Third frame. Good adjustment. Nice shot.
Yeah, just a much better shot there. Frame 3 from Graham.
Matt Ogle is actually a full-time landscaper, owns a landscaping business back home to support the family. Family comes first with Matt. But when he's had an opportunity to come out here on tour and dedicate himself to bowl a little bit more, his game has gotten that much better, and he's really earned the respect of his players out here on tour. Norm Duke joined us last week at the TOC in the booth and just raved about Matt's talents.
And for the front 3. Mixes them up.
Yeah, I crossed with Matt this week, and he said this week was really hard. Leaving Stacy and Gavin at home. They're obviously watching tonight. Dad Doug made the trip up. But Matt's a big family man, and awesome to see him having the success he's having this year.
Notice, Dave, the break point on the right lane, as you were talking about, that little bit shorter pattern, a little bit further out to the outside part of the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Matt also wanted me to give a shout-out to Bill and Linda Wyatt, some of his big supporters back in Louisville.
Out of trouble. And that's been one of the hits you've seen all week is that blower 710 with a messenger coming across to get one of them. That is a characteristic of this bowling center. Great shot, just slightly inside Tom, where he was on the last time, maybe a board or 2.
Yep. Just a little
Got a
bit
good break. Got a good break.
Interesting, the people over here on the left don't realize that he left a 7-pin. They all went crazy thinking the head pin got the 10.
We have a lot of people here tonight.
There's got to be a couple hundred at least, probably 3.
445 was the ticket count for the evening.
That's outstanding.
Which just shows what a wonderful town this is and how much they love their bowling. And I mean, can't ask for a nicer event. Can't ask for a nicer crowd, nicer town.
You had a great pro-am this week again, as always. Always expected here in Kokomo.
Absolutely packed.
They love it. I mean, they're down to lane 9. Good shot by Graham. Takes a 1-pin lead.
Well, Grammy's getting comfortable here. Triple for Graham, 290 the max, 279 max for Ogle very early in the match here through 4 frames. Glad you're with us here tonight on Bowl TV. Take a look at that one right there. He's exiting down lane somewhere around the 7th or 6th board, I would say, Tom?
six or 7 at the down lane markers there.
We've got the perfect environment, Dave. You've got those textured approaches there in the slide area. It's perfect for the players. Shouldn't have any footing issues here tonight.
Solid 7.
Back-to-back 7s.
Your crowd just said, "Welcome to Kokomo."
Yep, they sure did.
That's where we want to go, right? Way down to Kokomo. Is that how the song goes, I think?
I kind of figured, they want they want the players to feel a little bit of the pain that they feel in this house, so they're like, just welcome to Kokomo. Even match, guys. Very nice to start the evening with.
Yeah, other than the first shot from Graham there, they've hit the pocket every single time.
And it was nice to see even when the crowd did scream welcome to Kokomo, Graham had a little smile. That was kind of nice.
So Ogle on this right lane using urethane. His last couple shots have been light mixers. We saw the 5 fall out late. Tom, would you make an adjustment off of that or just keep going the exact same way?
I'd just keep doing the exact same thing. The ball's doing the right thing right now, knocking down all 10 every shot.
Another great shot. Matt looks really comfortable on that right lane. And like I was talking about, Tom, earlier, it seemed to be the left lane this week was the key to the success as we went through the qualifying, because they definitely pounded the right lane. But we had the most problems this week was on the Harry Smith on the 41-foot. Which one did you prefer yourself this week, Tom?
Well, when we bowled on the separate patterns, I went 106 over on the Viper, and I went 212 over on Harry Smith.
Well, you're a big, strong boy. I still spin to win, so I like the shorter one. Big shot here for Matt to take him 10-pin lead. Cut that one a little short.
Yeah, I wonder if he's thinking about going a little bit light. Last shot on that lane. The good news is not going to lose any count, only being on a strike.
Yeah, one of the things that we saw as the lane started to break down, there was a lot of practice here. They started to blow up in the middle of the lane. We started to see a lot of these 3-pin combinations. So it's just something to watch. Was it a bad shot for Matt, or their lanes really starting to transition? Because they transitioned really, really quick on that left lane pattern. I think that's what made it so tricky, as Dave was alluding to.
Oh,
Unfortunate. Unforced error there from Matt.
He knows it too. You cannot do that in such a short format, just one game. Matt's been so good at making his spares here this week. Great spare shooter out there, just slides past the 3.
and we had seen a lot of players slide by this week because you're just not quite sure on that longer pattern. Snaps that 7-pin out.
Graham doing what the great champions do. Gets an opening from his opponent and steps up and throws a great strike.
It's like putting a pork chop in front of a hungry dog.
Well, he just devoured 7-pin right there. You know, the other thing about Graham this year is, Graham's one of the good guys out here. We talk about that a lot out here on this tour. But the thing with Graham is he was dealing with a bit of a wrist injury earlier in the year, and he says it's back to about 100%. He's feeling a lot better now.
12-pin lead right now. Can extend it to 22. That ball was in. Ooh. Again, we see the problem on the left lane.
Yeah, these bowls are perfect on the right lane. Every miss has been on the left lane.
And in this situation right now, being on the TV show at this point, go for it. Give it a run. My advice is if you don't make it, give it a try.
Well, you got to make sure you hit one.
Yep.
That keeps the pin count tied.
And right
you
now
can't
the
go
count,
for it and get none and then be down with the pin count.
even match now. Both bowlers with misses on lane 19. And as Tom said earlier, both are perfect on the right lane. And again, it's not just the right-handers that have seen the problem with the longer pattern. The left-handers have also seen that problem.
Ogle up in the 7th. Max score 247.
Great shot. Knocks the 10 out. Now let's see what kind of an adjustment he makes here, Tom. Is it going to be, was it a bad shot last time? Or did he cut it short? Or was he just a little bit nervous with almost leaving that pocket 7-10 that he tried to amp it a little bit more on lane 19?
Well, we know it's got to get to the spot down lane. And it
has to get right.
Yeah, it has to get down there. It has to get to about 7 at 41 feet.
Big double to take a 10-pin lead. Nice shot, Tom. Good adjustment. Tom, what did you think he did differently on that one?
I think he just threw it better. I think that was just a better shot. He got that one, projected that one out on the lane. Right over the down lane marker, right over 10. High flush.
Great shot by Graham.
Graham not going anywhere.
No, Graham actually has the advantage, I would say, if he gets the strike here, because he gets to finish on that right lane.
And
But go ahead, Dave.
Sorry, Tom.
That's okay.
Say, like you said earlier, that's the strategy you need to look at with the two different patterns.
Yep. However, no matter what Graham does here, he cannot shut out Matt. Matt will have the opportunity to get up and throw 3 strikes for the win.
3-9 that time.
Yeah. Interesting. 2 light misses, 1 high miss for Graham.
Well, as the great Bo Burton has always said, the scoreboard does tell the story, and it's a story we've been talking about here for a few frames now. It's that left lane.
Yeah, that one was just a little bit wider down lane.
Good cover.
Unable to get 10 in the 5th, 7th, and 9th frames, as well as in the 1st for Graham.
Threw 1 strike on that left lane.
But Graham gets the finish on the right lane. That could be the great equalizer here.
Max score for Graham, 217.
Ogle's possible score right now is a 247, going at a 207 pace right now. This strike takes a 20-pin lead. Solid 10-pin.
Wrap 10.
All right, he's got to cover this.
Yep.
He's going to need a double in the 10th frame.
Gonna have to double to shut out Graham.
But beyond that, the most important thing, if he doesn't get the double, he's got to get the first one to keep the count.
David, he just lost the count. He's down in count now.
There is never a good show unless Dave makes a mistake with math. You know this.
I think you're both right because because even if he gets 9 on the first ball, you know, it still makes Graham have to get a good fill.
Yes.
A little reset here from Matt. That's smart. You know, if something didn't feel right on the way to the line, you know, you always want to reset. And he's going through his entire pre-shot routine here. But he's thinking about it a little bit more now. It's a big 10 pin. Again, Graham connects at 217. Matt with the conversion 226.
Oh, no.
Well, that just changes the complexion completely.
Matt can still apply pressure here, though, after the mistake.
Yeah, he needs to regroup here real quick. You got to let that go. I like this. Matt's going to take a re-rack, collect his thoughts.
If Matt strikes out, he bowls 214.
That makes Graham throw a double.
Sure does.
Hey, we're back on count now, Tom.
And here's the thing for Ogle, right? If he can some way somehow make it through this match, right? He will have made this match with missing 2 makeable spares, right? That's a free roll moving forward. So if he can find a way to get this double here, apply the pressure to Graham and move on, I don't think we'll see him missing more spares tonight.
All right, there's
Really
one.
good there.
That's a money ball.
Come on, Matt, one more time. That was well executed. I mean, that's so tough to come back from making an error like that. But that was just a perfect shot right over the 4th arrow, out to 10. Well thrown.
Great shot.
Mark of a champion right there. Needs a strike to have Graham step up to throw the double. Got that 9 pin.
Just about had that solid 9 we were talking about. This is an important ball as well. We've already seen Graham get 5. Of course, it was on the other lane, but he's to take his time.
Here it is. Let's look at that 9 again.
That one was just inside.
Just a bit.
Yeah,
That was a solid 9.
yeah, that was the inside target down lane just a little bit. The shot before that
But when you got
was
a little
over
power,
about 8. That was over about 11.
that power like Matt Ogle has, so every once in a while you get that messenger to bail you out. You got one there.
Count is critical on this shot right here. Possible 214. All right. 212.
Pretty
Double
simple
and
here.
6.
Yep. Double and 6 for Graham will advance. Anything less, Matt Ogle will advance. Number 2 seed EJ Tackett on tap. And of course, our number 1 seed tonight, Packy Hanrahan, looking for his first title out here on this tour. But all eyes are on Graham Faw now on what we call the good lane, 37 feet in length pattern. We've only seen 1 miss on this lane. It was Ogle with that wrap 10 that he missed in the 9th. Graham is perfect on this lane. A little wide.
Oh, wow.
That ball needed a little more time to get back to the head pin. A little bit wide down lane, still hits the pocket. Graham Faw going to finish 4th here tonight. Matt Ogle, he is going to escape a couple of unforced errors here.
That was a good shot, like Tom said. Just said, need a little more time to get back. Snapped it back. Blower 7-10. Got one of them out.
Mike, I think you hit the nail right on the head there. That ball was just a little bit left. Got a little bit behind the head pin. Could it have struck?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yep.
But the one thing he did on that is he trusted it. He trusted that ball, and he trusted his ability to get it back.
That's perfect.
Of course, the fill ball always strikes.
Great performance from Graham Faw here tonight. He'll be able to build off of this going into the USBC Masters next week.
I think you hit the nail right on the head also. Matt's on a free roll now. Matt's not supposed to win that match.
Nope.
2 unforced errors. Not
Take
the
it,
greatest
run
of
with it.
not the greatest of shots by Graham Faw, but definitely could have struck. So Mr. Urgel's on a free roll the rest of the night.
But he's bowling the Superman. He's bowling Superman
Yeah.
in his home state. He lives about an hour from here, right, Dave?
Just about an hour.
And it's no secret that E.J. Tackett loves to bowl in your bowling centers, Dave. He's known you forever.
He has known me forever, but he hates this place. We have had that joke for years and years and years. He's never liked this bowling center. He said he'll start to like it when he wins in it. So,
Oh, I crossed next to EJ, and he hit the 1-3 a lot this week.
Let's take a look at E.J. Tackett, his profile here. 7 events here out here on this tour, Tom.
Yeah. Best bowler in the world right now. I think those numbers tell the story. First in points. First in average, 225.57. First in money. EJ's already made $205,000 on this tour. 3 titles already this year. The running joke is when he's cashed, only one person on this planet's beat him, and that was Jason Belmonte.
19 career titles. He just turned 30. He's already won 3 times at age 30. Pretty incredible. Packy gets to come over and take some practice shots as well.
Yeah, a little note I got from our lane man, Eric Pearson, stuck that in there about the 9th frame. Eric wonders if the lanes might be feeling a little different since they haven't been used since qualifying.
Yeah, they've been sitting. It might be a little cold coming in. Take a look at the prize fund there. $25,000 on top. Second place receives $15,000. Third place $10,000, and Graham goes home taking home $7,500. But Dave, don't forget, we've got that extra $25,000 up for grabs in the title match.
Do you really think that's going to happen? I mean, we've already seen EJ throwing 2 practice balls. He's already solid 9'd.
it's there.
Dave, I got
Hell, it's been there all week.
I have a technicality here question for you here, not to put you too much on the spot. But would it be $25,600 that the player would get? Because the PBA gives $100, and you've got $500 in your pocket you've been trying to give away to win Dave Small's money all week, and plus $25,000 you're also putting up, or is it just $25K?
I like that, Mike. Put him right on the spot.
Absolutely.
Me, personally, I already had it spent to go to the
okay.
casino and put it on a five spins of $100 a Wheel of Fortune or something.
Okay, Dave.
I would honestly, well, it would technically be, I said first 300, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So first 300 is the first 300.
Yep.
Even if it's shot in the title match.
Yep.
Or the way that unfortunately I've watched these guys bowl, we might get our first 300 in this house in 2057. I'm just not sure yet.
And then that strikes.
Yeah,
Whereas
how
we're
about
watching the light swisher.
What did I say? Light swisher is your carry, is your key in this house. Hit them thin, and as Bo Burton always would say, hit them thin and watch them spin.
That's right.
I bet if you went and asked Graham Faw that right now, he would not agree with you.
That was hit half pocket blower.
That wasn't
thin where you get them left
Gotcha,
wall.
okay.
Hey guys,
Fair enough.
on the right lane, both players left, one makeable spare, right? And that's what happened.
Yes.
They hit the pocket every single time. It's not hard to get to the pocket on the right lane. I think actually out of the 2 lanes for EJ, I think the right lane might actually be tougher because these higher rev players like EJ and some of the other guys on the right lane, they got to get even that much further to the right, that much quicker. And because if they're just inside of it, they could leave 2 pins. There's a lot of different things you could do on this pattern because of the way that they're playing it. But it looks like EJ's going a little bit straighter than we've seen him. But you see that how it came in light, 2, 4, 8, 10? That's what I'm talking about right there. Because if he's firm and right, he can get that reaction. If he's too far left and too steep, he can get that reaction. So I don't know. I know the right lane's played easier for a majority of the field, but EJ has lane choice here. I don't know. I'm not totally convinced that he's going to want to finish on the right lane. I'm not convinced of that. He might want to finish on the left lane.
Yeah, that would do 2 things for EJ. If he decides to finish on the left lane, that's going to mean he's going to finish first. So he's going to be able to step up and put the pressure on Matt if that's the case. Interesting, I don't see a urethane ball up there at all from EJ. EJ threw urethane.
He's standing further left here,
Yep.
and I bet he throws it slower and slow hooks it. Yep, watch. That's better.
Yep.
Maybe he will finish on that lane. We're about to find out. Other finishers this week, finishing 5th, just missing. Anthony Simonson.
Put on a heck of a run today, didn't he?
Finishing 6th, Sean Lavery Spar, having the year of his career so far. Tommy Jones 7th, Jason Sterner 8th, Matt Russo 9th, Stu Williams 10th, 11th, Tomas Kauka, and 12th, AJ Johnson.
And as you pointed out,
As I pointed out, what? So what were you saying there, Tom?
I lost my train. I lost my train of thought. Sorry
All
about
right, well,
that.
here we go. Matt Ogle's going to start things on the left lane. He is actually going to get to finish the match on the right lane.
That was my point. That EJ has decided to finish on the left lane.
4-pin trips forward there on the light hit. Matt might have moved in a little bit there.
And I think you're definitely going to see the hometown favorite in the crowd start to really erupt.
Let's take a look at this shot. Yeah, that's just, that was actually going right as it crossed over the down lane marker.
Very similar to what we saw Graham do in the 10th frame. Very similar hit.
Yeah, just that little bit behind the head pin.
And a great tip for some of our young bowlers there, Tom. You don't need to hook the ball at the spare. You just need to throw it hard and straight. Take away that possible error within the different conditions. Hard and straight at your spares. You don't need to be fancy at them.
Yeah, the one thing I might add to that, Dave, is if you're throwing a spare ball, a plastic ball that doesn't hook, you really don't need to change anything. You don't need to throw it hard. Just throw it straight. EJ up on what he preferred is a good lane.
Oh, nice shot.
Late 10-pin there.
EJ using 2 different balls on each lane.
Yeah, that's the Venom Shock here on the left lane.
Shocker.
He's throwing a new one. The Super Rally on the right lane.
Just add a little bit to EJ. I think winning a match tonight is going to be important, especially with the struggles he had last year. He's had a perfect record here this year. Last week losing to Belmo. He needs to get the momentum back going here headed to the Masters.
Yes.
Quick double. Nice shot.
Matt's good early in the match that we've seen here tonight. Let's see how he can finish a match.
Take a look here. Yeah, that's over about 5. Right up into the pocket. Still with the purple hammer on the right lane.
Can't put 10 in the pit prettier than that. Another great shot. We're seeing a little bit more confidence in Matt so far this game, and got AJ down quick 20 pins.
Hey, he's looking to parlay. Break you got last match.
Got to take advantage of them when they happen. EJ looking to cut the lead to 10. Nice shot.
He just called for a re-rack already, or was he just
I think it was
pointing
just
to his ball rep?
acknowledging the crowd.
Oh, okay.
Got right over 20. Out to about 7. Just beautiful.
To even the match. Splits the 8-9.
His release is ridiculous. He is unbelievable what he can do with a bowling ball. His angles are so steep right now. And the way he's able to get this ball to come off the end of this pattern, look at that rotation. Watch that ball drive towards the 8-pin. The 9-pin just tilts over to the right.
Good thing the ball clipped it on the way by.
We called him an alien on a prior broadcast. There's no way he's from this planet.
He's definitely doing superhuman things, that's for
He
sure.
really is.
Oh, Matt doesn't like that.
Oh, catches
what a
the
break.
Brooklyn.
Well, at least he's comfortable with it. You know, you see some guys will go Brooklyn like that, head down, upset about the shot. That was just left to target. It just read so early.
Yeah, that was just a bad shot. Matt's taking his time with some guys over there in the crowd. Taking their seats. Great shot. That's how you take advantage of a great break. You forget about the bad shot you threw on the right lane, you get up and you ace one on the left.
Now we're going to see what kind of reaction EJ has with that, because sometimes when your opponent gets a good break, it can affect you different ways. The worst thing that can happen right now is if EJ wraps a 10-pin or a blower 7 or something. There you go. 10-pin match, guys. He's got that look in his eye again, Tom.
Yes, he does. Yeah. Just what I was going to say. He's got that look at, you're going to throw a Brooklyn at me? That's just how an alien throws a strike.
They called Belmo a cyborg on the show last week on Fox. Now we're calling the players aliens. What kind of sport is this we have here?
I'm the one that can't add, so we'll just keep it that way. Big shot for EJ to even the match. He gnarled on it. Oh, splits the 8-9 again beautifully.
Take a look at this replay.
Oh, look at that look.
He just gave a little eye look there.
This is the definition of splitting the 8-9. Watch
at that
this.
power.
Watch this ball. Talk about splitting the 8-9.
Oh, look at that look.
Mm-hmm. I ain't going nowhere, look.
Matt's got to keep the pressure on him. He's got to keep that foot on the pedal right now. Even match. 6th frame.
Gave it room.
Great shot.
Matt might have to get that $500 to win this match.
I was just thinking that myself. Honestly, look at that. Just another beautiful shot, Tom. And I like the fact that he's keeping the emotions in check right now, kind of staying calm, just taking his time.
290 the max for EJ. Matt Ogle can still bowl 300. Halfway home to it.
And you know our tournament leader is watching very carefully right now as he practices.
Now, we know he bowled doubles with Rash, but I don't know Matt of usually about being a balker. But
he's channeling Rash right now.
We do have a chat right now going on, and I did see the first time he balked some folks talking about his good friend Sean Rashes, who is here in the building watching this.
He's off to our left over here. He's down about lane 10. For the front 7. Trips that 4-pin.
The key for Ogle on the left lane isn't even necessarily targeting. It's how he gets through the ball and projects it down the lane, because he's got a pretty big spot he's throwing to right now. He can go high flush. He can get it further to the right. It still recovers.
Yeah, look at that. That's right over the rangefinder. That's a good 2 or 3 boards left of some of his previous shots.
To cut the lead to 10.
Oh, that's no good.
Oh, my. Looks like he just lost that one at the bottom, Tom.
Yeah, we got to take a look at this again. Let's see what happened.
He gave it the old chicken wing to that one.
He knew it off his hand.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Now, the players look to make the lanes look so easy, but to the regular bowler at home, they are not easy. 2.3 to 1 ratio. They're very flat, very difficult, but these are the best bowlers in the world, and that's why we see such great scoring out here on the PBA Tour.
Yeah, it was easy to do to get it on the other side of that friction on that lane.
Great recovery.
EJ's not out of this match.
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
EJ, the veteran here. Ogle's still, the nerve factor can certainly kick in. Ogle's had some marginal shots, and that's putting it politely. So far, anything can happen. The wheels can fall off for Ogle, and EJ knows that. And this is his good lane over here. Get your strike in the 8th here.
Because EJ can still shoot.
260.
Exactly.
There it is. He's been flirting with it all night. On that lane, the last one absolutely split the 8-9. That one, the ball doesn't deflect quite enough. Pretty good shot. Just right past the 9-pin.
.249 now the max for EJ Tackett. Very important for Matt Ogle to get this ball to the right. He does not want to go parallel up the lane. If you go up the lane, he risks leaving a split. If he's going to miss, his miss is to the right to leave a makeable spare at this point in this event.
Front 8. Great shot. Just keeps that pressure on. That's what he needed to do.
Yep. Taking a re-rack here. I like this.
And then,
Big shot here. Strike pretty much guarantees a win here for Matt.
yes. And he gets to finish on that lane.
He does.
The reason I say that this is pretty much guaranteed the win, I don't think Matt's going to throw it in the gutter. He's not playing quite as steep an angle on the right lane as EJ was.
Oh, that's in. Way in.
Look at all the hands going up.
Patrick, our cameraman, trying to cover everybody in about 2 seconds.
Yeah,
there,
went a little quick.
We would have left that on you a little bit longer, Patty, if you really wanted to go get that shot for us.
Put your hands down.
takes the Brooklyn.
Of course, when it doesn't matter.
AJ is not happy about this.
No, not at all.
You can see it in the demeanor here.
Yeah. After Matt got that early break and EJ went up through a couple good shots, EJ's looked grumpy ever since then.
And like we talked about, sometimes your opponent getting a good break affects you differently. Still can bowl a great game. Not quite.
Well, EJ Tackett leading the points here this year. He's been the class of this tour. Still a very respectable finish here this week. He's going to come home third in his home state, headed into the Masters. But now he's 0-2 the last 2 matches in a championship round. Last week at the TOC, and now this week here in Kokomo. Matt Ogle is going to advance to our title match against Packy Hanrahan. Ogle looking for his first ever singles title, his second PBA title, and of course Hanrahan. He and AJ Johnson are the 2 people that are mentioned over and over again about being the best bowlers on tour without a title.
Yeah, a lot of people mention AJ as the best right-hander without a title, and Packy's the best lefty without a title.
Ogle gave that one a little bit of an area check, and it still gets back to the pocket. Now,
once again, that light blower 7-pin, though, for a right-hander. We saw Graham with the light blower 10-pin for the left-hander.
The ball's coming in such a steep angle. It's so sharp, it just blows the pins all over the place.
final score, 267 for Matt Ogle, 229 for EJ Tackett.
This is definitely going to be an interesting title match. I think there's going to be some nerves out there. Obviously, Packy, first time he's led, but he has bowled for a title. Matt's got 1 title, and it's been a few years. So this is going to be interesting.
Packy bowled for a title in one of your centers last year.
He did up in Jackson. He qualified 3rd and beat Don Barrett and Nick Pate and went against Jesper, gave Jesper a pretty good run.
He really did.
He gave Jesper a pretty good run for his first time there.
Packy has got a lot of fans. He started a YouTube channel a couple years ago with his buddies called the House Bowling YouTube channel. And he edits his own videos. He's got a team that kind of helps him now, but he edits a lot of his own videos. He puts out more content than any other PBA bowler out here. A lot of guys are running vlogs, but Packy is very committed to it. And he tells me, and he tells everybody all the time, his favorite thing that he sees in his comments on his YouTube channel is when people say, I haven't bowled in a few years, now I'm going to go join a league. Or, you know what, you make this look cool, I'm going to start bowling. And that's why he does it. He sat in this booth and told us that a couple nights ago when we interviewed him. And I really got to admire this young man for what he's doing to try to grow our sport, fill up your bowling centers, David Small, and everybody throughout the country's bowling centers. He cares about our sport deeply. And tonight, if he were to get the win, he'd have a lot of fans that are happy for him.
I think there's a lot of people pulling for Packy this evening. I really do. There's a lot of people in here that are pulling for Packy this evening. And he's one of those guys that's just lovable. He's got a heart of gold. He's got a great personality, and he makes our sport look cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a simple way to put it. He makes it look cool. You know, his video last year that he did when he was in Jackson, when they shot it from down below, that they edited, was absolutely phenomenal of what he did for the finals. It was really neat. It was a totally different perspective than what people see. So
Yeah, we see his stats up here on the screen. 7 events this year. 41st in points. Not a great season, but he did sneak in last week at the TOC. $6,200. He's going to make a lot more than that here tonight. 3 cashes, 2 match play appearances. Stepladder appearance number 2, back-to-back weeks. That's something he and Ogle both have in common.
Yep. Packy made the first show at the TOC, losing that first match to Frankie Lavoie. Of course, Matt finished 4th, losing to Belmo. As we're watching Packy practice here, he wanted to give a shout out to Mom Abby and Dad Packy, his sister Maddie and her husband Pat, watching back at home, and of course Chris Forey. Packy's ball driller.
Friend, coach, and mentor as well, Chris Forey.
Very much so. Chris is buddiesproshop.com. There's a look at what these two guys are going to be bowling this match for. Winner's going to take home $25,000. They can double that plus a little bit if they can manage to throw all 12 strikes. EJ takes home $10,000 for 3rd. Graham $7,500 for 4th.
Packy going to be using a purple hammer tonight, Tom.
Yeah, I said most likely going to be the same purple hammer on both. But if he does throw different ones, it'll be the stronger one on the left.
Also, the PBA this season with the Classic Series events, 2 of them being your events, Dave Small, your tool dual pattern events, along with Wichita, Shawnee, and Springfield. There's a separate points race, and we've got some players locked into that already, into the top 8 to make it into the invite for the Skill Ball Challenge coming up in July here on the PBA Tour with $50,000 up for grabs. The winner of this match is going to get inside the number. So that's another big one on the line here tonight for these guys. A little extra added incentive here. The winner will get into the Skill Ball Challenge invite in July.
Little side note about that. We saw Sean Lavery, who seemed, to celebrate a little bit his 10th frame when he was not really bowling for anything today. Moved him up a spot, got him enough points that he is guaranteed on that show. Had he finished 1 spot lower and this scenario happened, both of these guys would be in.
Really?
Yeah. So now with Matt unfortunately missing Springfield, even if he wins, then Packy won't, both of them cannot get around Sean.
There is Sean Lavery Spar. You see he finished 6th here this week. 664 over there. So yeah, if he'd have fallen another spot, may not have been in.
Packy's been near the top all week. His qualifying positions throughout the rounds: 5th, 1st, 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 and 1st.
Let's give the players a nice send-off.
And the chants of Packy have already started in the crowd.
Yeah, and there's Packy's dreaming of this day. Can he win his first title? This is what you do. This is why you practice. This is when you go up into the 10th frame during practice, pretend like you gotta throw 3 for the title. And tonight, how awesome would it be if Packy had to throw 3 in the 10th to win his title here tonight and live out that childhood dream?
Yeah, second chance bowling for the title, but this is Packy's 6th show, so he's been here before. Packy gonna get us started here.
No surprise he's going to finish on the right lane.
I got to think that was just an errant shot, maybe a little bit of nerves.
Similar to what we saw from Graham in the first match. I know he didn't wash out here, but both players coming in light in their first shot on this championship pair.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a byproduct of not having much hold, so they're making sure they get it to the left. Double wood 3-9 here for Hanrahan. Covers the spare.
That was a quiet cover. I mean, you didn't even hear the pins go down. Ogle's already won 2 matches here tonight. If you're just joining us, defeated Graham Faw in the first match, then E.J. Tackett.
Really good shot. Doesn't look like Matt's moved much on this right lane. Maybe left just a little bit. Over about 15. About 8. High flush.
You can really see the oil rings on those urethane bowling balls as it goes down the lane on our replay shot there.
Yeah, that's why those lanes transition so much. Urethane balls don't flare a whole lot. Pick up the oil and carry it down the lane. Stretches the pattern. Oh.
Well, darn. I was hoping for 25K.
Dave can breathe easier now. You said you had 500 to go play. Now you got 25 to go play with at the casino later tonight, Dave.
Nah. And the curse of Kokomo continues. No 300s. We've had quite a few tournaments here, and no 300 games in our tournament.
There was a 299 the first game of the PTQ this week,
There
though.
was a 299, but it's a 299.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't do this very often on our broadcast, but I got to hand it to my broadcast partner here, Tom Hess. He should have had 300 this week. He left one of the most nasty 8-pins you ever see in the 9th frame of one of his qualifying games. All right, Packy, right back on it here. Here we go.
We get to hear about that 8-pin every once in a while.
Oh, a couple times. Couple of times.
Not yours, Tom.
Hey, it wouldn't be a PBA broadcast without an 8-pin being mentioned, would it?
Not at all. Beautiful shot by Packy right there.
You know, Packy has been steady as ever. You know, if you look at his scores today, 232, 212, 223, 223, 199, 210. No high games, no low games.
Just very consistent. When you have a nice lead like that, you need to bowl like you have that lead. You don't need to crush it and put yourself in a position. Let them come catch you. For the double.
Well, I'm going to tell
fly.
you, he's got a little room there.
Yeah, that one looked like it was going to go high, and it laid there.
Yeah, it rolled forward off the end of the pattern. Packy averaged 231.77 this week. Ogle, 226.20. Difference of 5 pins per game between these two players.
Take a look here. Right over the down lane marker. High flush. Hanrahan with a max score of 290. Ogle, 280.
Light mixer, shake him up.
And we just got a note, as I mentioned, if Packy went with 2 different purple hammers, which he is, throwing a little bit of a stronger one on the left lane.
Which makes sense, longer in length.
Yep.
And on the replay here, you see Matt gets that ball a little bit wider than he has been, and that just mixes him up nicely. About 2 boards wider than where he was, so that's good. Gives him that little bit of room. Strike here to even the match. 4th frame. Another high flush strike.
Yeah. Ball's really coming off the end of the pattern hard for him.
You never know as a top seed when you come into these matches what you're going to get in an opponent. Are you going to get a guy that just lets down after bowling a big game? Or are you going to get a guy that's going to apply the pressure to you? And right now, Ogle's doing that to Packy. Packy responds right there, Dave.
Excellent shot to take a 10-pin lead.
I really like how Packy's demeanor is right now. Looks like he's just bowling another game. You know, there's nothing saying, hey, I'm here bowling for my first title. We watched a lot of Packy today, and he's pretty much just doing the same thing he was doing all day.
Yeah, I compared him to Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Thanks for noticing me. Ho hum. And that's what you need to do. They teach that in all the college programs, sports coaches as well. It's just another shot.
Applies the pressure and takes a 20-pin lead.
Packy's moved his break point in a little bit down lane. Now, those were 2 shots in a row that were a little bit further in than what I thought they should be, but both struck. So obviously he's trying to do that because he's been repeating shots all week.
Yeah, I think his first shot that left that 3-9 was just an errant shot. He's straightened up his angles. Looks rock solid right now.
To cut the lead to 10. Cut that one short and got it in, Tom.
Yeah, that just wasn't a very good effort there out of Matt. This left.
We're in a position right now that this is, I hate to say it, this is a must convert. At this point, as sharp as Packy's looking right now.
Oh, absolutely it is, Dave.
Is that 3 and 9 a little bit further apart, or is that just my eye?
I think it's just the.
Or 3 and 10, excuse me.
I think it's just the.
I think it's just a camera angle.
Yeah.
That was perfectly covered. Well, if it would have been set off spot, or if the machine would have set it off spot, he could have called immediately and had that done. Now, if the machine had not set it off spot and the pin had moved it, he had to shoot it as it played.
Great point, Dave.
That was a huge spare conversion.
Massive.
Huge. That only puts him down 22 at this point. Would have been a 13-pin difference the other way. Been down 35, so that was a huge, huge conversion, and he must come back with a strike right here.
Ogle's max now 258.
Goes back to that light hit. Just like we said, the light hit in this house is key.
This pair's developed rather nicely. Especially for Matt. We've seen him carry the high flush. We've seen him carry these light swishers. Just an errant shot on the right lane. A lot of bowling left. A lot of emotions going through this young man's mind right now.
And I just love the fact that he's staying calm, he's staying cool, he's not changing his routine, he's not rushing. Just to take a 32 pin lead. And it doesn't get any prettier than that, Tommy.
Nope, that was beautiful.
The Pac-Man is chomping right now.
Look at this.
Right over about 7 at the break point. Perfect shot.
Dead flush.
Wiping off all that oil. Get a nice fresh surface there.
Biggest shot of his career right here. That's just pretty, Tom. Just pretty.
Young man bowling a phenomenal match. Bowling for his first title.
Again, just look how smooth that is. Right over 10 at the break point. Right over that marker, Tom. Boom.
Yep.
10 in the pit.
Nothing settled yet. Matt still has 258 possible. Needs to get up and just throw a couple of really good shots right here.
He just needs to put the last shot out of his mind that he threw in this lane and trust it like he's done the first 2 games.
Yep, his misses to the right for sure.
Great shot.
Really good right there.
Cuts the lead down to 32. I got to meet his father and his friends that came up to see him. What a great bunch of guys, and you know his dad just is so proud of him. You know, so proud of what he does for his family, and so proud that you know he gets the opportunity to come out and bowl. And it's really great that they all came up to enjoy the match today, and that they're getting to see you know Matt bowl for a title in person. That's pretty special.
Yep, sure is.
Never had that luxury with my mom and dad.
Family, very important to Matt. He stressed that to me a couple of times this week.
Took a re-rack here.
Buy a little time. Settle your heartbeat down. Step up, throw the shot. Cut the lead to 22. That looks good.
Oh, and there's the wrap 10.
At least my people had respect at this time, not to say welcome to Kokomo on that one.
Yeah, that one might have stung a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. Again, that one Tom hit right about 10, just slightly going away as it hit the marker. Match is far from over.
.237 max now for Ogle.
Well, this is a position, if you're packing hand or hand right now, this is a position you want to be in. You've got a lead. You control your destiny going into the 8th frame.
And this is where you say no mercy.
Yeah, and he's got the double going into the 8th on the right lane. You know, this is the lane that he likes the best, and anytime you have 1 or 2 strikes that you can parlay on your good lane, you're feeling pretty good right here.
Yeah, this one pretty much puts it away. Took his time. Everything looks the same to me. Oh, he kind of stepped out of that a little bit, but it was a pretty good shot.
He's taking a re-rack on the left lane. Just got to be so impressed with this young man, and he deserves to win this tournament. I mean, he has been the leader since, as John said, 2nd round on.
Yeah, not by a little.
Mm-mm. I know we had 2 left-handers make the show here tonight, but some lefties really struggled. You know, I mean, it was a very fair pattern on both sides of the lane.
Yeah, 3 out of the top 12.
He just bowled the best here this week.
No disagreement there at all.
Said one of his keys was having fun and staying focused. I think he's doing both of those right now.
This will pretty much lock it up. There's the emotion.
Yeah.
That's what we like to see right there. First time he has shown any emotion, and what a way to lock up your first title.
Yeah. Matt will get up here. Still take his time, but Packy's going to get his victory lap in the 10th frame. Still a couple
official.
Still a couple of solid weeks though for Matt Ogle.
Yeah, no doubt.
A 4th and a 2nd.
Matt's looking really good going into the Masters. He's going to come home 2nd here. Packy Hanrahan gets his first title.
Lots of nice paychecks right there for Matt Ogle last week, this week.
And he beat EJ, right?
Yeah.
That's got to give you some huge confidence, especially going into an event like the Masters where you bowl head-to-head matches. If you bowl one of the big three, a little more confidence going into one of those matches.
Matt just trying to finish the game out and let Packy have that solid victory tour. But no way Matt should hang his head at all for his performance this week. It was brilliant. It was well done. I mean, he's only a part-time player with us now, and so good to see him back. And 4th place last week, 2nd this week. Can't ask for anything more than that. Great finish.
Great week, Matt Ogle. Happy for you, my friend. Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, Packy Hanrahan is a PBA champion.
He gets one of those banners out there.
No more TOC PTQ.
I was hoping. I was
Did you
hoping
see
he'd go
him?
sheet.
He
Yeah.
said, "Welcome to Kokomo."
Yeah, I wish he would have went sheet so he could have had a do-over on the first frame there for the 25K.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm kidding.
Dave likes his money. He wants to keep it.
How about a spare here? How about a spare strike here?
Spare strike for 269. Not a bad way to finish.
There we go. This bowling ball is going to go in a trophy case as well, I'm sure. Winning your first title with this ball.
Yeah, which one?
Yeah, it's true.
Showing 2 different
Yeah,
ones.
he's got 2 of them. That's pretty cool all in itself. It's hard to win these dual pattern events too. Final score 268-214. Hanrahan wins in Kokomo.
Hug to Kevin Williams, another member of the house, one of his best friends out here, and then Madison Yannick, his girlfriend.
From start to finish. And, well deserved. I'll be happy to order his banner and get it out. Before we get Packy his trophy, and by the way, stick around. Mike Flanagan is going to come out and do a quick interview with Packy. Before we go there, though, I'd like to take the opportunity one more time. Thanks to Dave Small for hosting. Thanks to the staff here at Perry. Thanks to all of you for coming back. Great crowd, great group of team. It's great coming to Kokomo. We feel so welcome here. I've always told Dave it feels like home here. So anyway, thanks to all of you. You made it great for us. And I think that's about it for me. Mike Flanagan, where are you? Here we go.
Thank you, John. Kokomo, let's hear it one more time for you guys. I mean, you guys were awesome tonight. Awesome tonight. Packy, come on up here. We'll let you take a sip of water there. All right, so I'm going to say it right now just so he can hear it. Packy Hanrahan is a PBA champion on the national tour. Special night for you, Packy. You've been dreaming of this one. What are your initial emotions here?
Tears. I mean, I told you in the booth, if after round 2, I think I was leading, I told you I'd cry if I win, and I'm glad that I'm here crying.
He's pretty cool on his YouTube channel, but tonight his emotions getting the best of him. Packy, let's settle things down here a little bit. Let's talk a bit about the championship pair, right? You had 2 different purple hammers out there. It looked like you were rolling it over the left, the down lane marker on the left lane, a little bit left of it on the right lane. It looks like these 2 balls matched up perfect for you. Talk a little bit about the ball selection tonight and how the championship pair was compared to all qualifying for you.
It was pretty similar to the last block of match play where, I mean, I didn't honestly have the best look, but I just tried. I said it all week, and I'll say it again. I just tried to have as much fun as possible and just bring 12 focus shots to this pair. And I think definitely being on TV last week, even as the 17 seed, definitely helped me out, helped me calm the nerves, and realize that this truly is fun bowling in front of all you guys.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Packy, you had some people come out here tonight to support you, and we saw you give some hugs. Who's here supporting you tonight?
Kevin behind the camera, and my girlfriend Madison right there. Her and her dad drove up at 5:30 in the morning. So
that's pretty awesome. And I know you have some folks at home and some people that support you that you'd like to thank, of course.
Yeah, my parents, both of them were looking at flights the whole day, couldn't get out here in time. And my sister and her husband Pat, both of them, calling me in between blocks, all that. They're always so supportive.
Yep, definitely supportive. Packy, I also know you have a mentor and a coach and a guy that texts you a lot, and he's also put you to work, and he was texting me, and he was, he's very excited for you as well. What would you like to say to your friend Chris Forey?
Just thanks for supporting me all the way, whether it's help with bowling balls, help with what's going on the lane, or what's going on upstairs. He's helped me from when I averaged 205 and went to Wichita knowing I wasn't going to make the team.
Yep. I know, Chris, and you have a great relationship. And, of course, your ball reps here as well, giving you support. Is there anybody else that you would like to thank before we let you get out of here?
I'm sure I'm missing a million people. Brunswick, DV8, Vice, Genesis, all the companies that sponsor me, Dexter as well, all the companies that help me, come out here, do what I do, and support me along the way. I just want to give a huge shout-out to all of them. So thanks to all the companies and all the people that support me and all you guys out here. Thank you.
There you have it, Packy Hanrahan, your champion here tonight in Kokomo. Very emotional, Packy Hanrahan.